All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Burton. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he knocks it through. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a play fake. Wentz finding some room at midfield. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Throwing middle, and it's complete. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here we go. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Wentz to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's Wentz to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. In for the score. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
All right, here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give to Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On 1st, they go right back to Howard. And he stopped immediately there. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is caught by Robinson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. This quarterback now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A minute 57 to go in this 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A 1st trip to the red zone for the Bears. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Green 39. Green 39.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On first down, Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Wentz now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it down with Pumphrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarter.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Yeah, I saw that.
He'll drop to throw. Out left to Shaheen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They run with Pumphrey. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Gonna look deep for, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. It's complete to Parker, left side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a... And he's in! Touchdown, Eagles! A great effort there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down.
All right, here we go.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in.
Yes, man.
That's Burton. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Now let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Oh, he scored a touchdown when I was upstairs? Oh, my God. Oh, I should have paused it. That's my fault.
Wentz and the Eagles now
Man,
with
what the
a
hell did he
1st and
score?
10 at their own 18. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Upstairs because the wife keeps calling me and he scores a touchdown.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Going deep here for Parker. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards. Wentz looking very much like his pre-injury self. He's got the Eagles on the move with a 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Waste of timeout.
That'll make it 4th down after a
triangle
loss of
accidentally.
1.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker.
I'm still tight.
What
He
that
scored a
means
touchdown
is his
upstairs,
ability to
bro.
read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked
Wait.
like one of those guys.
I scored a
So
touchdown?
good snap, good hold, and right
Did I
down
catch
the
a
middle.
pick six?
Never in doubt. Just the way
I'm
you used to hit him,
confused.
partner.
You mean
Oh, was
like,
or did I always have
Exactly.
21? Or did he
well, that was
punt
in
it?
high school.
Doesn't
I
matter.
don't even know what the. I need to watch the stream. No, I just thought about it. I was like, wait, I have
This will be
21.
fielded on the back line of the end zone.
I'm confused. I have to watch the stream.
And he'll
Should
get
have
it up
5 minutes.
past
I
the
was
20 to
upstairs.
the 22-yard line. So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
Computer must have caught
No,
a
what's
pick.
interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And an alley to run. And oh, he coughed it up. But
there's
the
3 out
Bears
here.
looked to
None
get
of
this
y'all
one
get that
back,
ball.
and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set them up with a much more manageable third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's
Oh
time
my
now to
God,
lead.
no one even played him.
Defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago.
I gotta see that defense.
Taylor Gabriel, 76 yards.
Yeah, where's the
and
safety?
The Bears get a bit closer.
The safety will just be back there.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do
foot
best.
on the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got him now.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 33 and a first. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Wentz going to throw. Incomplete. Parker unable to get that one. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Shotgun now for Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a let.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Again, it's Pumphrey. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they'll run it here. Down to the 25. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On the give, this is their fullback. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Yes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
All right, here we go.
But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.